A top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll try the run, finding open areas, right down the boulevard. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Well, this offense watched their opponents struggle in their last game. They knew that there were some places they could try to attack, especially running the football, and they wasted no time. Opening drive, and they generated an explosive play.
The Rebels, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Red pass, it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Coming off a season in which things really didn't go their way in conference play, and they'd love to get on a roll here this season.
Well, this is a team from a roster standpoint, though, that believes they're better on the field than they were a year ago. They've made some additions through high school recruiting, through the portal, and they think that's going to be the difference, David.
And now they got to put it together, right? And then this is when it really works. When you get in conference play, it gets different. The familiarity within the league of all the coaches. And so this is really hard for them. But I'm interested to see what they can do and to see if they can bounce back.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Ole Miss! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Takes the handoff. It's Moss. Powers through the defender. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Moss. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Offense, quick tempo.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he is stopped immediately by... defensive lineman.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Pulls it in, it's Concepcion. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play, it's just lingerie on the deck after that move. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that.
Turning it on! And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Caught over the middle. It's Craver. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
He'll keep it himself.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Nobody fooled with the trickeration. It'll bring up 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Wallace. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guy. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Concepcion. Gives it on the option. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
A strike downfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station and they want to catch passes in this offense. They knows that gives them a chance to play on Sundays, and this guy, I think, is going to be one of those guys that we're seeing playing in the league.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Finds his big tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to do it on the ground. Got enough space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Buffalo is in front. They've represented Western New York so well today, but they still have to finish the job, and that's not a given. They're up by 7 over Purdue. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
And the Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the run, it's Lacey. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. With the catch, it's Lee. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. A low line drive and not his best work. And the punt will be marked dead just inside the 45-yard line. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last.
Oh, he's got some space. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys.
Unleashes one deep. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. So the pass interference in the end zone will have the ball placed at the 2. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. To throw, it's Reed. Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point,
Breaks into the open. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
And he makes the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4.
Here we go.
Motion from the wideout. Scanning the field, it's Reed. Safe completion on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. Texas A&M going up tempo.
hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Makes the catch. It's Moss. There he goes. Touchdown, Aggies. Once he got some room, it was over.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And he made the extra point without problem. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got his man on the right. Off and running. The 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he added the extra point. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Aggies headed quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same.
Turning it on. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Tight end now in motion. Going with the ground game left. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
To the air on second down. Using his feet to buy time. He's going to take off. He's out past the 35. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
And he's really proven to this defense that he's just not a one-trick pony. He can beat you through the air, and now he can do this. Now he can take off and scramble, move the sticks, get his first down for his offense. This defense, they're starting to learn pretty quickly. This guy is a talented joker at quarterback.
That's reeled in. It's Lee. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Aggie. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught in the backfield. It's Lacy. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Rebels will hustle to the line. Handoff to the lone back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Stribling. Still on his feet. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Haas. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Back to throw, it's Reed. Out of the backfield, he's open. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Quarterback making checks. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Wants to throw on first down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Second and 10, he'll throw again. Had to get rid of it quickly. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And it's no good. He missed it. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns at 21 points. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Rebels will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Got it behind the line. It's Craver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Yeah, and he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
A run for the quarterback. Breaks into the open. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
On the snap, it's Owens. It's incomplete, and they'd been waiting to run that one and couldn't quite pull it off. It's third down. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Concepcion. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Owens. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Got his man downfield. There he goes to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Rebels!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the extra point is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Colorado found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A prime example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Boulder. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. On the direct snap, it's Daniels. Now the toss. There he goes. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. The Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the 2nd half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
And the Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Reed. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
He fields the football and makes the fair catch at his own 5, and he might have been better off taking a chance to see if that ball would bounce into the end zone. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not on this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
Fights off a defender. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. On the move at the 30. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. And the Rebels didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Zings it complete to the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He'll be wrestled out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this. You keep finding them.
And the extra point was good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the ground with the back. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
On the option. Now the pitch. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
The option look. He'll toss it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Takes it on the return. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Here's the handoff. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. Got it in the middle, it's Lee. Tackled there by the defense.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. UCF steamrolled its way to victory. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Orlando a ton of confidence. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
The Aggies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the move. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Gonna run it. It's Owens. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one. It's 2nd and 14. He'll do it himself. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Looking to the big tight end. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly complete. He'll get it out to the 14 before going out of bounds.
And obviously this offense wants to keep it up. Like, keep the pace going, get as many plays as possible, maybe eke one more out here before the 2-minute timeout.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. Can't get him to the ground. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. The Rebels with the 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Diggs. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. He wants to throw it again. Grab near the marker. It's Stribling. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Man, I'm going to be curious to see this offense down the stretch. That's back-to-back runs. This is a pivotal part of the game. We're in the fourth quarter. Like, what are they going to lean on? What weapon are they going to go to find a way to get across the finish line?
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Taylor. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Wallace. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The offense comes out needing a score here, down 1 possession. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Wallace. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Haas. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Catch in the middle. It's Haas. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Under fire. Touchdown, Rebels! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And what a job by the offense, coming up with a huge play when they absolutely had to have it the most. There are virtually seconds left on the clock right now. Big-time players making big plays in big games to close this thing out.
And it's good, and he pushes the lead to 3. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And what a way to end it with what is likely the game winner in the final seconds. Scoop up the squib kick just inside the 20. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.